Welcome to Ellis Mowers and More. On today's repair video, we're going to make an oil change harder by making it easier. It doesn't make any sense, but I'll make sense of it here. Coming up, I'll tell you what I'm talking about here next. And this is what I'm talking about. This is a John Deere S170 rider from 2021, 2022 that has this. One of the most, aside from the never change your oil stuff they do on the push mowers, this is probably one of the most gimmicky things that Briggs & Stratton and John Deere have ever done for their machines, especially Briggs & Stratton. This is an easy change oil filter. These oil filters are astronomically priced. They're over $50, I believe. And it does not change all of your oil. All it does is basically house a bunch of new oil in here and cycles the rest of the oil out and just kind of dilutes the old oil with the new oil, and you never get a true oil change out of it. So there is a filter kit that we are or actually a traditional oil change kit that we're going to change this out with so that we can change the oil on this traditionally. I understand that it's going to be a little bit more messy and it's going to be a little bit harder, but we're actually going to be able to change all of the oil if we do that. To start, I'm going to take off this little cover here, which is just an 8mm, get it out of the way, and then we'll take the easy change filter off, and then we'll worry about changing everything else over in just a second. It's really not too hard. You don't really need that many parts. I'll show you the parts that you need here in just a second. So this is actually one of the first, or this is the first one that has come into my shop. You see them a little bit, but you don't see them a ton. Just on the John Deere's, I think. But you take that zip tie, you cut it off there so it unlocks everything, and it appears what we've got to do is take that zip tie and cut it as well. Remember, we're not going to be reusing any of this, so it honestly doesn't matter what I do with the zip ties. But I'll get this zip tie cut off right here, and this is just a little rubber gasket type thing here that, let's see, we need to loosen to unlock this lefty loosey. Just like that. You can see it's like this crazy oil filter design or something like that. That's just really weird. But yeah. So next order of business, well, we can just throw this in the trash because we're done with it, right? Is to get this piece off, which is, I don't think it's going to be too much of a task. It looks like it's just make sure you have an oil pan underneath. It looks like you just have to take off the this large nut right here, which is over 1 inch in diameter. I'll give you the exact size in a second. But look at this. So this is still how much oil is left in it. The easy change, all it does is kind of cycle new oil into it. So we got to drain that old oil out, which we're going to do here next, and I will give you the pieces that you need as promised. So I actually used like a topsider tool to suck all the oil out of the top, from the top of the engine, so that hopefully this job is not that messy. Here is the item that you need in order to make this change happen. This is just like a coupler pretty much for an oil filter, and what this does, the screw just screws into where your oil filter would traditionally screw into the thread, so it's like an inverse thread for it. You'll see that here in just a second. A 1 1/8, I don't think it's a metric, but a 1 1/8 socket will work here. I got it loose, and we're going to go ahead and take it off here now. And as you can see, it's a little messy, not too bad. It's just a little difficult to get stuff underneath. But this is your like your bolt and everything that you use for this. And what we're going to do is essentially just take this piece right here and screw it in to the existing threads here in the engine, just like so. And then what I'm going to do once it gets tight on here, I'm going to find the correct Allen bit and just tighten it down good. Don't over tighten it because you don't want to strip threads or break off the side or anything like that. But as you can see, this is not the cleanest. It's just the way that the mower deck isn't the cleanest way to get, you know, an oil filter off of a machine. But then another item, and they sell this as a kit if you need it, the oil filter, this little drain adapter, and that oil filter coupler there. They sell it all in a kit, and it's significantly cheaper than buying one of the never change oil filters. So, and you get to change out all of your oil instead of just 40% of it or so. So really it makes no sense to keep that on here. So this goes on the other side, which I'll show you here. We'll come along over here and we'll go, I'll take the 8mm off for the side shroud here. But the regular drain plug is just right under here. Just take an adjustable wrench, knock it off, screw this on, and you're good to go on that. On this side, I'll show you what it looks like on this side, and then what you need in order to tighten up that oil filter coupler over there as well. And we're pretty much getting close to being done with this already. Okay, so we're on the other side here. I have already gotten, I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see, this piece installed. The extended oil drain. Basically, it comes in the kit. I had one here, so I just ordered the little coupler for the oil filter by itself. But you can, like I said, buy a kit for this. If you have a 13mm 12-point socket, we'll get the old plug out, or an adjustable wrench. 12-point socket is just a little bit easier, a little bit faster, and then you just screw in this new oil drain. That way it drains out of here and not all over the engine. As you can see, I've got to do a little bit of cleaning up here for that. If we go to the other side, you can see that I already have the oil filter on. The oil filter just screws in like a traditional oil filter now because I put that coupler in. Now that coupler, I did not have an Allen head big enough to put that coupler in, but little hack, I just used the 3/8 drive ratchet end here and got it screwed in. So that's good as well. I just got to clean up all of this oil here and put the oil in, and I'll show you that it starts and runs. The carb's a little dirty on it, but which is kind of crazy because this mower is so new, but I bet it came from the factory like that, knowing the stuff that Briggs & Stratton's pulling now. But we'll see. But for all intents and purposes, what I wanted to show you in this video is done. Very easy to do and a lot cheaper than buying an oil filter, the Easy Change filter, that doesn't change all of your oil at the same time. Alright, just for good measure, I'll show you that it runs. It does need a carb, probably a little bit of a carb clean. Like I said, with the age of the mower and how well this guy keeps his stuff up generally, part of me really thinks that it came from the store that way. But there you go, guys. That's how you make an easy oil change harder, but make it better, I suppose. There's a lot of videos of this out here. I just wanted to do my take on it and show you how to do it. Really, if you get one, if you're doing this small engine wise, you get one in the shop, just order that piece, order the drain and the coupler, and I think it may even come with an oil filter, and you're good to go. It's like $15 last time I checked. You can get the little coupler there for like $7. So if you've already got drains lying around in your shop, homeowner doing this, it's easy to do as long as you got basic hand tools, and it's a lot cheaper and a lot better for your engine to do this as opposed to buying that expensive filter that doesn't even change your oil. It just kind of cycles new oil in with the existing oil in there. So keep that in mind. But thank y'all again for watching, and I'll finish up with the service on this, get this one out so that he can get to cutting grass again for the season. Thanks again, y'all. I'll catch y'all on the next small engine repair video.